Peace, Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. The time is now 7:30 p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Today's date is Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. I got to call and wish my sister a happy birthday. I forgot to hit her up today. So, peace to everybody. Thank y'all for being in here. Once again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment, where GROW stands for Gentlemen Reaching Our Wealth Through Healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Again, I am your humble host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa, easy to say, easy to spell. Thank you everybody for being in here. Brother Malika, Brother BT, I see you guys. General housekeeping out of the way. You know how to use Cash App and PayPal. You also been in these YouTube streets long enough. You know how to use Super Chat, Super Stickers. If you don't want to donate monetarily, that's all well and good. I'm not about shaking my tin cup, but what you will do when you come in here is hit the like button. The like button is free. Take your shoes off when you come in my house.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
That said, let me go ahead and get y'all over to Randy.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful art. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
Bring it back on me. Again, thank y'all for being in here. Let's get to the comments so we can get to cooking. We are not going to be on here long tonight, y'all. Just got to vent a little bit, get this shit off my chest. Brother Malika N says, peace, Kofa, and the chat. Salute to you. BT says, salute, Kofa, Malika, and the chat. Salute to you, good brother. Sister Almond Eyes in the building.
You go, girl.
Appreciate you being in here as always. Let's go ahead and get to cooking, y'all. And shout out to all the new subscribers. Again, channel continuing to grow. My goal is to push and hit for 10,000 like by the end of the summer. So I'm gonna keep on cooking, keep on dropping content. I really appreciate everybody being in here. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Go ahead and go to growth.talk.ent.com. Get your tees. Last time I had on the Mean Man shirt. Salute to Messy Michonne. I appreciate you, sis, if you see this.
You go, girl.
She dropped it in the chat. She was like, I'm going ahead and order mine now. I'll be damned. By the time I finished that live, she had ordered a t-shirt. So I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate all the support. This is what I always leave y'all with. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Also on the website, growthtalkent.com. If you want to support financially by not way of Cash App or PayPal or Super Chats, or you can do all of them. Donate each way and then go get a t-shirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug, or I have a journal on there as well. I'm trying to sell some different stuff. Let me see who else snuck in. Wash Gamer in the building. He says, peace to all. Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. Let's go ahead and get the cracking. Don't have a lot of videos. Kind of a vent. Kind of a rant tonight. This has been heavy on me. Again, a lot of this content I do, I'm talking to myself. So I come here, I know I present well, I talk shit, we laugh. I told y'all last time I was kind of going through it. Y'all made me feel a lot better in the chat. But this one tonight is about men who have a way in the world. Again, as you see on the thumbnail, you see the brother in the suit, he's smiling, he presents well. And then there's the guy in the mirror. That's the guy you go to sleep with and wake up with night in, night out. That's who you see first thing in the morning, is who is yourself, who you really are, what you really got to deal with, everything you're going through on your mental and emotional checklist, brothers. I want to speak to that guy. I dropped a short last week as well, where I said you have to make sure that you act as you want to be. Essentially, you're already walking in that path. You're already walking in that air, kind of, and it's not putting on a character. You just know where your goal is. You know where you want to be, so you're doing that. But what we have to do is do that for ourselves, because a lot of brothers out here, they put on the clothes, I put on that army uniform every day. I go to work, I do my job, I'm professional. Then we start having these conversations on lunch breaks with certain co-workers that you actually get along with.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
So you're having these conversations and you realize this person that you've been working next to, they've been going through it. Shout out to everybody at my job who I've shared this story with. I told y'all, it's not just YouTube. Have these conversations offline. I've had these conversations here. I've had the conversation offline concerning my son and seeking custody. Now I could post the pictures where we're happy. I extended Father's Day. I had them, for a few days last week. I'm still trying to do things the legal way, the right way, go through the courts, and the court on some bullshit.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
They're dragging this out. I was sharing this with BT earlier, and the first thing he texted me back was, bro, they give the moms so many chances.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
DG, salute, bro. He said, yo, Kofa, it's black people hot outside, bro. You can move over to the next state. Bro, it's hot as fuck now. I'm in the South, dog. Like, there is no heat like here. So, yeah. Anywho, moving on. Salute to you. Appreciate you being in here, DG, as always. But again, I filed for custody. I know my baby mama's been served with the paperwork. I'm asking the court, can we proceed? Of course, they're like, no, we don't have the certified green card that's supposed to come back from the post office showing that she got served the court documents. So they can't prove that she was served the court documents because it didn't come back through the mail, even though it's on the actual post office website that she was served. So I got to go back to fucking Montgomery, Alabama. Thanks, guys. Refile some paperwork and see what the fuck I can do to get this case going along. Again, this shit is frustrating as fuck. I share these stories. I share each of these little, what y'all may think is petty ass processes or steps in the process. This is the shit brothers be online complaining about that nobody takes serious because it's just online. It's just social media. You think this stuff is real? He's over exaggerating. You know how niggas do. Y'all be making shit up and on and on and on and on and on. And brothers are just out here open book, pouring out our hearts for the shit that we got to deal with. And it's petty as fuck. Got all the documents I need, showing I can take care of my son, this, that, and the third. Cool, that's neither here nor there. But I go to this court. I ask them specifically what I need. They tell me what I need to do. I fill it out. Mind you, I'm driving 2.5 hours from Atlanta, Georgia to Montgomery, Alabama. I get there, get in front of that glass, payment in hand, ready to pay. And they tell me that I needed to do something directly fucking opposite.
But wait, it gets worse.
Directly fucking opposite. You need this form. I fill out the form online, print it out, nice and neat. Go down, payment in hand, get there, and the lady hands me another form. That's the wrong form. That's not the shit y'all told me over the goddamn phone.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
So now, again, shout out to BT. Now I got to go down there and carry them. And as soon as I walk in, I don't even want to talk to the person at the desk. I need to speak to your manager. We need to get some clarity. When I tell y'all, I have literally been there 3 times. And all 3 times, they've told me to do something different. They tell me to do this. I show up with this. Then they say I should have did the other thing that they told me not to do. Then I go do that thing. Fill out the form, the paperwork, the request, come back. This is the second time they're telling me I needed to do step B. I do this, and then they tell me I should have did the first thing they told me that I did wrong.
But wait, it gets worse.
No.
I'm not going to bog y'all down with all the details of it, but it's been a ping pong match between me and the court. I ain't even heard from my baby mama. And I know she got it. And the address that I have is the exact same address that the court has and has had for the last 3 years of life, or the first 2 years of my son's life, at least, when I didn't even know he was fucking alive.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Now they're asking me, do I have the right fucking address? So again, me getting up every day, going to work, Make sure my son is good. Constantly back and forth to Bama. Coming here, doing these shows. There's a guy in a suit. Then there's that guy in the mirror. I'm not going to sit up here in front, y'all. Kofa's tired. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm upset. I want this shit to be over with. Again, this is why I'm adamant. I told y'all this was going to be a bit of a rant tonight. This is why I'm fucking adamant about brothers not being stepfathers.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
This is why I'm adamant. Y'all gonna hear me start saying this even more. Nigga, go get snipped.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
You're a grown fucking man. You can Google and YouTube and see how a vasectomy works. I don't want to hear all that woke ass shit about them taking your life force and all. Y'all suck my dick. Nigga, do not complain when you have somebody sitting here telling you this is what this shit looks like. And truth be told, knock on wood, it could be worse. I could have a worse baby mama. I could have a worse situation. As fucked up as this is, I'm still thankful that I have time to spend with my son. But the way that he came in the world, the way that he came into my life, and the circumstances leading up to me even getting back dealing with her are fucked up. I play a big role in that because Kofa had a big heart. So when y'all hear me talking disrespectful, nasty, rude, or whatever, motherfucker is for a reason. I have scratched those blocks, every checklist. I done checked my temper so many motherfucking times through life. I'm not going to go into my older middle age, and I'm not going into my second part of life doing that. I did that as a child. I did that as a teenager. I did that as a young adult. I did that as a grown-ass man in my 30s. Being this good dude, what's presented. So people, we as black people, our community, I don't know who else is in here, we have a horrible track record of teaching. We talk shit. We don't teach shit. So anybody out there that's saying, nigga, that's your fault, that's on you, you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation, cool. I can take that. I have no issue with that at 43 years old. I wish you motherfuckers would have told me that at 23, at 33. Again, because every step of the way, we're getting told as black men how we should treat black women, understand, be patient, love, and kind. I was that guy. All the word salad motherfuckers use, they can't stand it when people actually walk in that. Then you're weak. You're a pushover. Everything negative under the sun. Cool, bet. I'm going to roll with it. Flip the coin over. Now I'm negative. Now I'm abusive. Now I'm impatient. It's constant and continuous. Again, it's crazy. I found this information today about my son and got to go back to the court to file more paperwork or figure out whatever the fuck they talking about. No. Cool. Lit a fire up under me. I was already doing this live tonight, but again, there's a cat that presents to you, to the world, but you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Let me get to y'all comments. I heard y'all come in here cooking. Let me see where we at. Let me see. Emperor in the building. He says, Kofa, what's good, big bro? Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you being in here. Pooh says, what up, though? What's going on, good brother? Yeah, Malika. But it's constant ping-ponging back and forth. DG says the courts are always against us, even when we cross all our T's and dot all of our I's. Indeed, brother. Let me see. Let me keep on scrolling. Emperor says, my baby mama terrorist has spoiled and manipulated my baby. Now she thinks she's supposed to, women will sabotage your child when they lose it in court. Indeed, bro.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
DG says, that's why I created a paper trail. They can always double back on what they said. Yep, got that as well, brother. Keep that paper trail. Watch Gamer says, as a former state employee, I know this all too well. Sorry you went through this BS, Kofa. And that's what I like to talk to my state workers or people that used to work for the state, because then they start telling all these stories behind the scenes. Because there be people behind that glass, like kind of looking like Why that bitch saying that? Why that bitch saying that? And then you'll find out, listen to the stories outside of work, the type of conversations they have behind the glass. Trust me, as a paralegal, I've had those conversations. But again, I'm supposed to conduct myself a certain way because I'm in uniform and my fucking job title and what I do in the Army. So I gotta play nice with the court. But again, I'm still a fucking father. I'm trying to execute. The same court that adjudicated me the fucking father is making it harder for me to get custody of my son when his mama hasn't fucking responded. And I know she got the shit.
But wait, it gets worse.
Let's keep on going. Appreciate that, Wash. Emperor back at it. He says the black lady clerk at the court in Macon never returned my calls when I had questions about my legitimation case. I filed my legitimation case here in Georgia, in Atlanta, in Clayton County, down in is it Jonesboro? Yeah, I just know Clayton County Courthouse. That's why I had to file that, Emperor. So I filed down there. This was May last year. This was like April or May last year when I wasn't sure. And then later on, as months went on, I found out that Alabama had jurisdiction, which is why I actually got the custody case going on in Alabama. But I'm focused on Alabama because that's who got jurisdiction of my son, because that's where he was with his maternal grandmother before I ended up getting him. That's where he was. So he was there over 6 months. So now Alabama has jurisdiction. That's why I filed in Alabama. But my court case is still fucking pending from a year ago. The whole child abuse allegations and charges that my son's mother is facing from March of last year are still fucking pending. They still haven't did a case yet. So they drag their feet, and everybody keeps telling you, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. So while this man in the suit is smiling and happy and can have a good time and go to fucking Cartagena.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
That shit is still playing on his mind, because guess what? Now you supposed to put your life on pause. And then the minute you enjoy life, because see, everybody think when dads don't have the kids, we just out here balling. Bitch, I work every day. Me taking a vacation or me going out having a good time with my boys is few and far between when I'm in this goddamn house worried about what's going on with my child, worrying how this situation is going to turn out. And everybody can pour into you, give you positive feedback, which many of you have. Those of y'all who I've met in real life, again, shout out to BT. At the end of the day, that man has to sit with that. That father has to sit with that. Not knowing which way it's going to go. I personally know men that got all the right paperwork, have showed where mama's boyfriend is saying inappropriate things, doing inappropriate things around the kids, and the kids still end up over there with mama. Salute, Quiet Storm. Let me go ahead and get to these super chats. I see two of them come in. Let me see. That was BT with the first one. I appreciate it. He says with 1344 from Broken Traditions. He says to lighten the mood, you can mention how Crown tried to kick me out of my house.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
That is indeed a fact. I took Crown up there to see BT, but in all fairness, BT, I really brought him up there to meet Lex, because you had met him before. So I wanted to make sure that he met Mama Lex. So he did come up there. Of course, he took the BT's wife. Loved her. So they outside blowing bubbles and shit. And then I'm trying to go outside, and he's like pushing me. No, daddy. He's pushing me back inside. Then BT tries to go, like he walks back in the house, takes BT, takes him up to the front door, and pretty much tries to put him out his own house.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Oh, BT, I appreciate that 1344 and reminding me about that story, bro. So let me go ahead. What I'm going to hit you with. You know what time it is. Oh, my God. I actually lost the file this time, bro. I don't have it. Let's see who we got. Damn.
Let me borrow $20 to the mall.
For that 1344. Let me go ahead and get Quiet Storm with the $5 super chat. He says, just dropping a like and a donation for the stream before class starts. Hashtag class 6.5. Salute to Theo. Quiet Storm, I'm going through it, bro. I'll be in class. I'm there. I promise you I'm studying on my own. I'm going to get the cert. I did take the test again. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. But the boy going through it. I'm not going to pretend. Appreciate the 5 spot. Let me get back to these comments. I appreciate y'all. But Quiet Storm, I am coming back to class. Let me see. Let me see. Pooh Man says 54% of black men are childless and growing. I hope that shit does. Let me explain to y'all what I'm saying about getting snipped. If you as a black man already have a child and you have a black male child, you've gotten him close or at adulthood, go get snipped, bro. If this is not for you, stupid ass, whoever comments under this afterward, the replay and all that shit, bitch, if it's not for you, it's not for you. If your ass want to keep going out there, nothing in the world and all that pro-black, we gonna have a black family and all, yeah, I'm the father that stepped up. You want to be that nigga, go right the fuck ahead. Bitch, this ain't for you. It's certain men that I'm talking to that need to hear this because I wish I did. Again, love my son. Got to keep repeating that because you motherfuckers are going to try to make it seem like I regret him. I love him. How he came about and the whole situation that led up to that, that shit wasn't right. Daddy don't like I don't like being kept in the dark like nobody else does. But that's low-key how he got here. But we're going to keep on cooking. So again, if you are a black male, you have a black son, and you've gotten him anywhere between the ages of 16 to 21, go get snipped. You have secured your legacy to include your last name or whatever the fuck you're trying to do. You've secured that shit. If you are a black male and you have a child of any gender and you've gotten them from 16 to 21, go get snipped. Let that shit go. You didn't have a boy. It's okay. If you are a black male and you have a girl first and you really want a boy, you need to go ahead and make that boy, because somebody around you cool enough to have a baby with, you out here fucking like that. Go ahead and try to make that boy within a 2 to 3 year window. I'll say 4-year window. So by the time your daughter is senior in high school, your son is a freshman, and you can get him out the house at the same time. Kofa, why do you say that? Because you matter, black man. You're not crazy. Make better choices. That's why I'm saying that. You get to go live too, bro. This stereotypical ghetto trash, country backwards nigger mentality we have of you just supposed to work your ass off, pop out all these fucking babies for the baddest of bitches and all that. And I'm a real man because I pay bills and I do that. Bro, I done seen this shit break down so many good brothers. Or the ex-street dude that ended up in prison all his 20s and 30s. Then he come out, he fucking like a jackrabbit, want a family, and he start talking all this pandering ass shit, and guess who fall for it again? The same group of women who fell in love with this nigga while he was in the fucking streets, loved him when he came out of prison, did all this work for him, and she'll make a family with him. But she done took your ass through hell in the court system because you want to be a father. The only men involved in child support and this back and forth ping-ponging that I'm talking about in the court system are brothers that want to be fucking fathers.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
These bum-ass dudes out here that don't want to be dads, you never hear them women complaining about these motherfuckers in court. You know why? Because the bitch won't even take them there. The dude she telling, I don't care how y'all feel, you need to fight for your kids. They're taking the fathers through court that want to be fathers. That's why he's fighting for his child. I don't know how the fuck we miss this shit. We fuck it up pretty much at a 99% clip. Every step of the way, we will fuck this up. The men that want to be fathers are the men that are involved in the court. The men that don't want to be fathers, you can't get them motherfuckers to set foot in the court. They done ignore summonses. You think the court sent the sheriff over there to pick him up or issued a bench warrant?
No.
You think mama pressing the court to have this motherfucker pay child support? You think somebody pulled up on him to try to shame him and wave their finger in his face that he gave up on his babies?
No.
Everybody that's talking shit to a black father is 9 times out of 10 talking shit to a black father that is a black father. He's there for his child, or at least he's trying to be. Then when he gets burned the fuck out and walks away, now you want to compare him to the original fuck nigga that never took care of his motherfucking child.
No.
Let's keep on going. Emperor says, I got a vasectomy 5 years ago. Best choice I ever made.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Brother Malika says, they are purposely running you around. That's bullshit and some gynocentric red tape. Everybody behind that glass is a black woman. And I can't shit on all black women, because the only reason I really got my son because a black woman here in Georgia heard my story and slid me his motherfucking birth. She just flashed that bitch in the glass, looked away. Oh shit, that's the information I needed. Bet. Appreciate it, sis. So again, it's never all sisters. But right now what I'm dealing with, this some bull, and it's petty bullshit. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean I lost the case. Doesn't mean I have to share cuts. It's just not over with. And it's annoying at this point because, again, I filed back in March. She got served these papers back in March 10th. We got the fucking proof from the post office. Last I checked, if somebody tampered with post office mail, that's a federal fucking crime. So you have proof from a federal entity, even though I heard that the post office is now privately owned for whatever reason. But anyway, this is a still considered a government job. So we can't trust their own website because it didn't physically come back in the mail, because they fuck up too. Because it happens on my job all the time. But I could show that she was served. But Kofa's an asshole, right? Kofa hates women, right? Kofa hates black women specifically. Y'all red pill niggas weird. Let's keep on going. Emperor says, that's why me and my wife butt heads. I tell friends and family I'm going to live life and do it my way.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Watch Gamer says, real spill. Brothers, again, go get snipped. Stop being you get to live too. This stereotypical shit where you're just supposed to work for somebody else's children and die. And again, I don't have any problem out there with brothers who are in a good situation. Again, I'll use BT for an example. Him and Mama Lex, they go together. That's peanut butter and jelly. He had a kid before. She has a younger child now. Yeah, my boy is a stepdad. But guess what? He was already a father as well. Lex is a good woman. I don't see them splitting up no time soon. Don't see her like ass raping him in court if that ever were to happen. But BT is in a rare situation. And trust me, I done talked this shit in front of Mama Lex. Mama Lex know how I feel, and she know why I feel like I feel. So again, there's sisters out there with common sense. They're just few and far between, which is why BT made a good move and he snatched one up. It's rare you get that, dog. This is why I'm adamant about these big decisions, almost scorched the earth type of mentality. Simply because it's rare that you get this shit. And in the rarity and in the waiting and the trying to get there, a lot of men fall off. They burn out, bro. So you done went over from one woman with kids, 2 kids, to another woman with 1 kid, to the next woman with 3 kids. All this time you're spending all this money. That could have been for you, bro. You could have genuinely been the guy on the thumbnail in the suit. versus the guy on the thumbnail in the suit and everything is going well, and that guy in the mirror is fucked up. Present well, look well, but in here you fucked up. I just want to help men get to a space. Again, this is why I start with the mind. I could get up here and again. I could give you the numbers, the statistics. I could try to be a carbon copy of Kevin Samuels. That ain't what Kofa do, bro. Ain't none of you motherfucking YouTubers out there, social media stars, ain't nobody gonna out Kofa. You can't. Yes, I'm about the average everyday man. Suck my dick with that bullshit. I don't want to be average. You know what I'm talking about, bitch. I can reach out and touch you. You know what the fuck the inside of a Walmart looks like I always tell y'all.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
As elite as you are. So I'm trying to have this conversation from a genuine space, bro. This is why I'm sharing these steps with you of what I'm going through, because I'm going through it. It's other men that done went through it, and it's years before they talking. I'm showing you this shit in real time, bro. I just found out about my goddamn son last year. Y'all know that. I didn't even find out that he was actually my son until like the middle of July. The first time I actually found that out was like July 15th, somewhere in there. Walked out of court with him on July 31st. That's damn near his birthday for me. I'm walking out of court on July 31st. I'll never forget that day, bro. Never. It hasn't even been a year. But I done found out I'm damn daddy through a DNA test. Filed this other paperwork in Georgia and Alabama. Had an attorney. About to hire another attorney. Tried to share him with his other side of the family till he got injured on there. I showed y'all his black eye. So he hadn't been over there with them. Because I can't trust his brothers. I can't trust his grandma. I know 9 times out of 10 she been driving back to the Bama and Georgia state line, letting his mama see him. So I don't know what the fuck happened to my baby. This is all in the course of roughly a little over a year, a little under, depending on how you look at it. Find out in April. Don't find out I'm the actual father until July. So play with those few months as you want, but a year. I got a newborn, a year old, and he's 3.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
And still I keep fucking cooking. Let's keep going. Sister Felicia in the building. I know I'm behind on the comments, y'all, but y'all bear with me. Felicia says, good evening, family. It's hotter than fish grease out here, 101 degrees, and I know Kofa about to heat up this live. Let's go. I appreciate it, sis. What is going on, Chelsea in the building? Salute, sis. Uh-oh.
You go, girl.
Appreciate you being in here, too. Yep, got your super chat, BT. No news in the building. He says, I've heard all my life how to treat women and never heard anyone say how to treat men.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Let's keep on going. Let me see. Chelsea says that interview on Broken Traditions was amazing, but one hell of a wild story from you, Kofa. It is, and it's all true. Got the paperwork to back it up. Again, if y'all want to see the story before I sat down with BT, I shared that shit here as I was going through it last year. So y'all could go back on my lives and go see that. Emperor says, do you have a lawyer? If not, I know a good white lady that be on their ass.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Yeah, I need one in Bama. But at the same time, I decided to go forward without an attorney because nobody's going to tell this story better than me, bro. I can't afford to drop 5 bands. I talked to another attorney and that was 5 bands. And I'm not trying to drop 5 bands on some maybe shit and I still got to share custody with this woman and da-da-da-da-da. Nobody going to tell this story better than me, bro. This is where I'm going to have to ride this shit out. Win, lose, or draw. This is one time in my life where I'm really going to have to lean on me, and I have been. So I'm going to keep going back and forth with the court until we get this shit done. But I appreciate it, bro. If I need one in Georgia, I'll hit you up. Let me see. Brother Malika says, facts, we black men are never taught how to be men. Fathers have sexual discipline, to have self-worth or boundary. That's why we black men are forced to take the test without any studying / prep time.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Let me see. Malika says Crown was dirty macking and trying to take BT's wife.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Lisa said not the baby dirty macking. Oh shit. Watch Gamer says out of Pappy. Yep, that one's all mine, boy. Quiet Storm says it's okay, Kofa. We like when you're there. Just keep dropping the passport photos in the Facebook group. El Guapo thanks you for the merch drop. Indeed.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Y'all gonna get off my son. Call him a dirty Mac. He was not hearing that shit. And look, then we playing. Lex had let him play with some of her daughter's toys. I'll get your comment in a second, Emperor. She had let him play with some of her daughter's toys, like little kitchenware. So you know the little plastic fruits, the bananas and shit. So he done set the table, fixed everybody plate. he done gave Lex a whole basket of plastic fruit. He gave me like an egg and something else. He gave BT a tomato.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
That's all the fuck BT got. And then he had to ask for an egg, so then he gave him an egg. So he had tomatoes and eggs for breakfast. Shout out to Crown. Boy, that shit was hilarious. Emperor says, I tell men all the time, if you're 30 and got kids, get snipped. Indeed, bro. Go get snipped, bro. Again, I've talked to men, and this is kind of a pivot from tonight where I really wanted to go, but it's all gonna come together. Again, I said we weren't gonna be on here long. It's been about 30 minutes. I'm gonna get to at least one of the videos I got, and it's important because I want to point that out as well. Brothers are pouring into everybody else. The things that we hear about how women do for the community, and they share this, and they're always available for everybody, and this. It's really the men. It's genuinely the men. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not the niggas. It's the men. There are brothers out here pouring into everybody all the time. Now, the dudes that get all the attention, get all the ass, get the respect, all that shit. It's brothers over there screaming, hey, what about me? I did this, I did. And it's not a performative thing. That's what I want to make clear. Use Kofa's example again. I work for the community. I've done that because that's who I am. But a thank you would be nice. It was a brother. I should have used that clip. Thank you is the male version of I love you for women. Thank you for men is what we want to hear. Versus thank you goes a lot further than I love you for a man. Let me say it that way. That's all a lot of brothers were looking for. It could have been verbal, could have been cooking. Again, it's a lot of brothers out here coaching, doing this and all that for these women's sons. Ask me how many times a woman has done my daughter's hair for free.
No.
She's a grown woman now, but that's 21 years of
No.
go get snipped. Emperor says, dudes will be holding on and get a kid at 40 and be on child support in retirement. Yours truly. Had my son at 40. She pushed him out of 40, meaning I got her pregnant at 39. By the time I was 40, I was a father, even though I didn't know. He beat me by 3 weeks, bro. One night of weakness of maybe it'll work this time. 2 months later, she was out the house, and I have not seen this woman since I put her out of my house in 2021. Literally have not laid eyes on her, let alone slept with her. He beat me by 3 weeks. In the circumstances of which she got to my house, had I known a little bit more information about her burning down those other houses, y'all heard me right for those that ain't heard that part of the story. Had I had that information when she was here, she wouldn't have been here. Crown wouldn't have been here. So maybe divine intervention and all that, and the stars and the moons and all that shit align. I don't know if this motherfucking boy is going to be Superman, cure cancer, actually build a facility on Mars. I don't fucking know. He's gonna discover the black hole paradox of quantum physics in a whole nother dimension. I don't know, but he is here. But just like Emperor said, go get snipped, especially when you have that window, bro. If you done pump them kids out early, go and call it quits. Fuck that. Again, playing in my head, listening to other people. I might find a wife. What if my wife wants more kids? What if she hasn't had kids yet and she does want kids? I let all that shit, my family. Well, because my sisters are from my dad's first marriage. So I'm my parents' first child together, period. Me and my brother are our parents' first child. Our 3 sisters are from my dad's previous marriage. My brother doesn't have any kids. Everybody on me talking about it's time for you to have a boy. We got to keep the family name going. All this shit playing in the back of my head. This is why I focus so much on the emotion and the feeling and the thought process of men. I don't give a fuck about that part of the red pill that says that shit shouldn't exist. I do believe in stoicism. But again, if you don't check all this, you matter. You got to realize that shit first. You're not crazy. Just make better choices. Once you realize those 2 things, the first 2, you're going to make better choices, bro. And you're going to make them sooner. That's why I'm so adamant about this shit. And keep going through y'all comments. Watch Gamer says, a reformed Pookie, there's plenty of them out there, bro. Quiet Storm says, I'm having kids on a woman's face and just fight me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Oh. Pooh Man says, broken tradition. I did that when I was little with my older cousin. Oh, dirty. Y'all hell. No News says, I was having the same argument on TikTok. BT says, of course, we got to break away from that tradition. No News back at it. He says, these bras were complaining about getting only $100 a month because of what they got. Let me see. No News says, sex, bro. I had a bunch of people wagging fingers at me. Indeed. Who says black men are the most involved fathers? Media Man covered this over and over and over. And again, I think even before Media Man hopped on YouTube, those numbers were out there. We've been arguing about this shit like really during Kevin Samuel's rise. The numbers have been out there. People refuse to look. This is again why I did the thumbnail, bro. You're walking in this space smiling for these other people. And on the inside, you're tore the fuck up. If you would just take the time, I promise you, and sit with yourself. I know I keep repeating myself on this. This is why Kofa smokes cigars. It is relaxing. It gives you a time to reflect. It's not some old man shit. That's just the way I do it. Maybe somebody else will play crossword puzzles. I don't know. Smoking cigars give me time to work on this channel, work on some other things, Quiet Storm, study, and really get engaged in what I'm doing. And even when the boy is going through it, this is why I can bounce back like that, because I know me. I know it's certain things that trigger me, and I know when it shoots through me, I'm gonna be pissed off for at least 48 hours. Like this shit today, I'm still tight about. I'll be all right maybe later on tomorrow. Halfway pissed off because the court is on some bullshit. Halfway pissed off because they on some bullshit. Now I got to email and deal with this bitch. I got to reach out to my baby mama. I don't want to have no dealings with her, not for real. I know that's crazy to say because at least 15 more years, I'm going to have to deal with her in some capacity because of our son. But the least contact I have with her, the better for me. And I truly believe the better for my son. As fucked up as that is to say. Not until she get her fucking head right and her shit together. Anyways, let's keep on going. Indeed, Pooh Man, you are correct. Look, Quiet Storm says Trump fired all them niggas at the post office. Shit, some of these damn post office he should have, because this card missing been going on for a long time. No News says somebody already said it, but they have informed delivery. Let me see. No News says, I'm almost free from child support. I'll be damned if I reset the clock. Bruh, go get snipped if you haven't. They don't cut your nuts off. Your dick work the same, if not better. Go get snipped. Don't think about it. Because I had thought about it before and I didn't pull the trigger thinking about all this other family shit and everybody. Go get motherfucking snipped. I promise you it took me 15 minutes a nut. I was in that doctor's office 45 minutes. From the time that I timed that shit. I bullshit you not. From the time I walked in, signed up my name, gave him my card, went over whatever with the doctor, that was like 15 minutes. When he started the procedure, it was like 15 minutes each side. Started with my right nut, clipped that tube, burnt those ends because I got a non-reversible. Slid that shit back in, started on the left side, clipped that tube, burned those ends, put it back, and yeah, I got numbed up. Took a long needle, slid it right between your scrotum, like, oh shit, like what the fuck? It's like if you ever zipped up your pants too fast. I'll describe it like that. Like a little pin, like, whoa, wait a minute, what the fuck? Hold it, cool. That shit, that whole area is numb. You're good, bro. When he go in there, he do the incisions, 15 minutes each side, you're done. You done, bro. You're going to get up, you're going to walk out on your own. It's not like TV where you got frozen peas and you can't move and you're all fucked up. It is not like that, bro. I walked in there on my own. I walked out on my own. And because I went through the process and it was so motherfucking easy, I've been kicking myself since then that I should have been went years ago. But again, letting all this other shit play in my mind. Not blaming anybody else. Me, Kofa, 100%, letting this other shit play in my mind. Give yourself a chance, especially if you're, like Empress said, after 30, your second part of life, you get to go live that shit footloose and fancy free, all for you. This is why I support the Passport Bros so much. This is why I'm talking about brothers not being stepfathers more and more and going to get snipped more and more. You get to go live. Just because you turn 40 don't mean your life over, bro. But people will have black men thinking that you're supposed to have diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and at least be a pork chop sandwich away from a stroke or a diabetic coma or some shit. You do not have to live that life, bro. That's who that guy in the mirror is. That's why his head is down. That's that self-loathing posture. I know because I've been there. And again, I talked about it here. I believed I had dodged a bullet because I showed y'all the email where his mother said she had an abortion and never to contact her again. But if Kofa wasn't who he is, the day she reached out to me, I could have said, bitch, kick rocks and blocked her ass. Then I had to think about 18 years later, here come this little boy that actually ends up being mine. And what product of a son would I have gotten back? Just like I said on Wins and Lessons. What product of a son would I have gotten back? Now, I wasn't willing to do that to a seed that might be mine. That's why the first thing I did was get that blood test. Let me keep on going. Quiet Storm says, Mama Lex put Kofa in the sharpshooter and said, you shouldn't have been talking shit. Salute. Salute, JT. I appreciate you being in here, good bro. Jay Gray in the building. Police. Peace. I said police. Looking at blue on the screen. Man, you gotta get an icon. You gotta get an alien icon or something. Salute, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. Emperor says, oh, okay, yeah, me either. Ashley Brody is 15K, but she got a good reputation against these baby mama terriers. Salute to her. Woo. A sower of seed. Sorry to hear that, Kofa. I think I know other laymen in Bama that could help too. Or did you say Georgia? So my case is in Bama. It's actually in Montgomery. So anybody you can put me on, bro, hit the email, and I'll go through and I'll check anybody that's sending me information about that. Look, Malika says Crown simping already. Look, gave her a whole basket of groceries. Felicia says gave BT a tomato in his own house.
Got it! Hotter than than fish grease.
No news, go get it done, bro. Go get it done. Jay Gray says, I'm cheerless. I refuse for a funk asshole to use chillins against me.
She a thought. She looser than shoelaces at a preschool.
Fuck him. I feel you, Jay. Pooh Man says, I'm an only child myself. And that's how he's going to grow up. You know, my daughter's 21, so yeah. But he's probably going to grow up more along the lines of a single child, only child. Yeah. Chelsea says, snip, snip, snip.
You go, girl.
Indeed. And just because you snip, snip, snip don't mean you start hitting everything raw. You still strap up, gentlemen. No News says, absolutely not. Keep your veins cold, gentlemen. Indeed. Jay says, I'm quick to tell a motherfucker who tell me I need to have children, motherfuck a legacy. I'm cool. And I love that when brothers make that choice, bro. I love it. Stack your bread. You got nieces and nephews or whoever you want to leave it to or whatever the fuck you want to do with your bread. Go enjoy it. Chelsea says you can get a vasectomy reverse, but you can't reverse having a child with the wrong person.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Comment. Damn comment of the night. Hold on. Come on, thing. Stop, computer. Bring that beat back. You can get a vasectomy reverse, but you can't reverse having a child with the wrong person.
You go, girl.
Appreciate that, Chelsea. You can get non-reversible vasectomies, though. Want to throw that in there because Kofa got one. Chelsea says, I don't want my lawyer to contact that ex. BT says, I'm making my appointment soon. Mama Lex ain't playing with me no more. Bruh. Telling all your business. I sent BT information last year on the same damn doctor I just explained. Did my nuts 15 minutes each side, and this man still ain't gone.
No.
Yep. Emperor says, me too. They had to put me to sleep. Oh, word. They ain't put me to sleep, bro. I was wide awake. Mama Lex said, BT says, Mama Lex said she gonna hold my hand during the process. Bro, I promise, if you go to the doctor that I sent you, I promise you, you're gonna be in and out like that. Where we at? Brother Malika says, I'm going to consider getting snipped. Bro, I don't know if you got kids, Malika. If you do, bro, go ahead and do it. If you don't, I get it. You shoot your one out, go turn around and go get snipped. Emperor says, I was supposed to go the year my daughter was conceived. Sometimes I kick myself for procrastinating.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Kofa. No News says, hindsight is 2020. We learned the hard way, and now we got to teach others. This is why I'm preaching what I'm preaching. It's Quiet Storm with the tomatoes. Quiet Storm says, you definitely can have non-reversible snips. Yep, I did. RB in the building. He says, what it do, chat and Kofa? Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. Let's get to this one main video I really want to play tonight. I said y'all wasn't going to be on here long. We right at an hour. I was expecting to just vent, but again, bro, y'all always help me through. I don't know if y'all seen this. This is G.R.O.W.T.H. Esposito. Y'all know him from all the different Spike Lee movies. I forgot his name. He's one of his biggest roles in Breaking Bad. But y'all know who I'm talking about. But in this clip, he was talking about right before Breaking Bad how he was depressed. He couldn't find work. Financially, he was super fucked up. And he was thinking about going through the self-checkout line, as I say. He was thinking about committing suicide. I got a story to go along with that. I think I've shared it before, but it's worth sharing again because it's been so long. But check this clip out from him and just pay attention, brothers. Again, there's the man who we're presenting to the world. Then there's that guy in the mirror. You cannot escape that guy in the mirror. I don't give a fuck what you do. You can play all these different roles, keep your mind busy for the world. You cannot escape that guy in the mirror.
What was the first thing that made you think, okay, there's a way out?
My wife's father was in insurance, and I said, "Hey, do you get life insurance? To, if someone commits, do they get the bread?" And my wife said, "Well, that's kind of tricky." And she had no.
His father-in-law is in life insurance sales. He asked, if somebody commits suicide, does the family get the money? Just kind of off-cuff type of question, just, asking his wife, because that's her dad. So, of course, she doesn't think nothing of it. She doesn't think about he's planning this on how he can commit suicide and make sure his family is straight. Like, this is how deep this shit gets.
Insurance, to, if someone commits, do they get the bread? And my wife said, "Well, that's kind of tricky." And she had no idea why I was asking her this stuff. And then I thought, I just started scheming. If I got somebody to knock me off, death through misadventure, they would get the insurance. I had 4 kids. I wanted them to have a life. Like, it was a hard moment in time. I literally thought of self-annihilation so that they could survive. That's how low I was. Then, I started to think that's not viable, because the pain I would cause them would be lifelong, and lifelong trauma that would just extend the generational trauma with which I'm trying to move away from. The light at the end of the tunnel was Breaking Bad.
The flyest niggas. Back on me. The light at the end of the tunnel was Breaking Bad for him. So right around the time he's getting ready to off himself, I appreciate that, Malika. Yeah, it was his name on Breaking Bad was Gus Fring. I appreciate that. Let me see. Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. No, I was talking about his name on Breaking Bad because that was his breakout role. So right before Breaking Bad, we've seen him in other movies. Who knew this brother was going through depression as a fan? All the Spike Lee movies we've seen, all the different, bit parts, even television, all that shit. I think he was on a couple of episodes of Law and Order and shit like that. Who would have thought this recognizable face was going through that financially, going through that type of depression, trying to break this generational curse, these buzzwords that we constantly hear? Who would think that he was going through that shit? Told you I was going to give y'all a story, so here the story goes. I'm working on I'm working for the bank truck company, Loomis. My manager at the time is working there and working somewhere else, because Loomis bank truck company, they don't pay a lot, bro. They don't pay what you would think when I can literally hold my year's salary in my hand. I think I told y'all before, to this day, if you tell me the denominations and make a stack of money, I can eyeball and get a good roundabout estimate. That's how much money I've seen in that time frame when I was working for that company. My manager's going through it. We don't know, because he was the man in the suit. And this is a white guy. Not that it fucking matters. But I'm saying that because I'm a black man and I can see when another man is hurting, regardless of race. Or I got so many stories. I can't say I saw it because I didn't know, because he's my man. He was always happy. He was the guy in the suit. He did what Giancarlo was thinking about doing. He committed suicide so his family could get this large payout. It's a reason why I talk the way I talk and how I talk, and so adamant about it. When Kofa first came home, this is part of the story too. I'm injecting this. When I first came home from basic training, I took an insurance job. I want to say it was for like MetLife or something like that. My job was to basically cold call and sell insurance policies. But as I'm learning the job, I'm learning that if you commit suicide, your family doesn't get the money. Let me say this again. If you commit suicide, as a way to have the money paid out to your family, or the company thinks it's suicide, they will not pay that money to your family. Suicide is there for natural causes, accidents, things like that. This is why I don't know who has an life insurance policy in the chat. This is why they make you do a medical screening and all that. And some insurances won't cover you at all if you're a smoker, if you had pre-existing conditions, a cancer scare. Some of them may not cover you for $1 million. They may drop it down to $500,000 or lower. Maybe just burial costs. Some of them won't cover you at all. So committing suicide, listen to me, brothers, people, anybody. Committing suicide does not guarantee that your family is going to get paid that money. I'm not here to say the guy was stupid or he was dumb. I'm here to say, I wish he held on. I wish at that age, because I was like 28, I wish at that age I was able to recognize that shit. I was able to recognize him laughing through whatever pain he was going through. I wish I was able to recognize the signs, if there were any, because there may not, again, he was always happy. There may not have been any signs. So he deleted himself. He shot himself in the head. You cannot commit suicide to pay your family out. If you have a life insurance policy and shit is tight out there and you go rob a bank and you get killed by the police in the middle of the robbery, your family's not getting that money because you died committing a felonious act. They got different wording for it. This shit I do know. That's why Giancarlo mentioned I can get somebody to knock me off, make it look like I got robbed, death by misadventure. They have all these, their own words or whatever, different companies, different states or whatnot. But you cannot commit suicide. You cannot get killed during a criminal act. They're not going to pay that money out to your family. Again, this is why I say I know it's real. People give me pushback all the time because it's with social media. Y'all need to stay off that. It's the red pill. These guys are crazy. You can't tell me any of these stories are real. I know this shit is real. I just told you about somebody that did what this famous person was talking about doing. He's still here. My ex-manager is gone. Cool ass dude. And all he talked about was his fucking family. His wife and his kids. And the kids were pretty young too. There's a guy in that mirror. There's a guy that you present to the world. You have to figure out how to take what you're presenting to the world and make sure that that's you. Be the you you're trying to be, even if it's on a small scale. It's something else The Godfather said, salute to Kevin Samuels. Start out as small as getting extra toppings on your pizza. Start gifting yourself, gentlemen. You don't have to be that guy in the mirror. I just know that so many brothers are, because I've been that. I have no shame in saying that. I have no shame in coming here and telling y'all I'm pissed the fuck off with the court right now. Because at the end, I'll be all right. My son is going to be all right. But I've been that guy in the mirror and walking around in a uniform or a suit, smiling all day. When I had the job, when I was dressing in a shirt and tie and shit, going to work, that's when I put that pistol in my mouth. But I didn't eat it. Financially, I was fucked up. Told everybody this shit before and tell y'all, I never made a lot of money. I managed a lot of money. I lived a lot underneath my means. but Kofa had a giving heart. I was a people pleaser. So a lot of shit that I could have, and it's not a selfish thing, it's not a material thing. A lot of stuff that I could have, I gave away money on that I never had come back. I gave away time that I can never get back. But it's okay, because one day those people will be there for me.
No.
It's why I'm adamant about talking about the topics that I talk about. It's not about hating anybody. It's about love. Never going to tell brothers to go out there and mistreat no damn body. What I am going to tell you to do is take what you've been doing for everybody else and start giving that shit to you. Let me get to y'all comments before we roll up out of here. Jay says, if he would have committed suicide, we wouldn't have gotten Gus Fring.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
Let me see. Yep. Boyos Hermanos. Jay Gray says Breaking Bad didn't come out till 07, 08. Indeed. So think about how long he was going through. It had been a minute since we saw him in something major. Like, you know, he could always count on Spike. Spike could always keep him busy. But not enough to survive. A lot of time we see these people as celebrities, again, a recognizable face, but yet going through it. Let me keep on going. TJ says, I'm pissed and broke as fuck, so I bought myself one extra taco for my lunch at work tonight. Hashtag treating myself with small things.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The Emperor says, I needed to hear this. I appreciate it, brother. And I needed to say it, and I needed to hear it. I keep telling y'all, I hope y'all don't think I'm bullshit. The shit I be telling y'all is shit I be telling myself, or what I wish I had somebody telling my younger self. Indeed, Robin Williams. It's other people, and this is the fucked up thing, bro. This is why people with like cancer and like these terminal illnesses, sometimes they try to get somebody to knock them off and make it seem like it's an accident. So the family, one, they're in all that pain, and the family can get paid. Because if they actually do an assisted suicide or, you know, actually kill themselves because they're in so much fucking pain, the fucking insurance isn't going to pay out, man. So this person is forced to sit there and wither just to try to make sure the family gets paid. Brother Malika says, words of wisdom, thank you for sharing your trials and tribulations. Appreciate you guys for being here and listening, bro. Green Power Ranger. Another one. Yep. DJ from L show. Yeah. From Ellen DeGeneres show. T. Let me see. Emperor says, bro, I got a holiday from work today and didn't tell my woman. I just took the day to do what I like, play golf, and treated myself to dinner today.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Yep, Jason David Frank, a.k.a. the Green Ranger. Emperor, I'm proud of you, bro. I had to get on my boy that sometimes in the chat, Chris Trucker. When he would come off the road, you know, I let him crash at the crib, but he would come home and let everybody know, hey, I'm here. Then by the time he get back and we chilling, we smoke, bro, I'm fucking tired, bro. I don't even feel like getting on the road. Stop telling everybody you back home, bro. Did them motherfuckers check on you while you was on the road? No. Why the fuck you going over there seeing them? As soon as your ass get home, you trying to do everything in Atlanta and be burnt the fuck. He did that shit for at least 8 months. Every time he came home, he finally sat his ass down, probably like last year sometime. I say he did it more than 8 months. It's been a couple of years he would always do that shit. He finally learned to sit his ass down, bro. Start giving yourself some little things, bro. It's okay. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, you know, the story from Giancarlo Esposito, my story, what's going on, and just talk to you guys. I kind of went off topic. I listed 3 bullet points. I didn't even get into them tonight. I just wanted to be transparent and really have a conversation with y'all about that, man. I'm going to try to do more of these. if y'all willing to come here and let me pontificate and go. And out, we always had the clips, but trying to get my monologue game up a little bit better as well for these lives. And y'all always help me when you're here supporting. So I thank you. We're getting ready to get up out of here. I might come back later on this week. Again, got to go scoop up Crown this weekend, but might be back later on this week. We'll see. But as always, man, I appreciate y'all. We're getting ready to get up out of here. Once again, this has been Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I have been your humble host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Thank y'all for being in here. Salute Felicia, salute Chelsea. Everybody, thank y'all as always. I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. Not crazy. Make better choices. Go to Growth Talk Entertainment, growthtalkent.com for this shirt or the merch. Thank y'all as always. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Oh, wait. Thank y'all for all the super chats, super stickers. Let me make sure I didn't miss any cash apps. I'm horrible at checking those. Trying to get better. Give me a second. Let it come up. I don't think I got anything. Nope. Cool. Again, appreciate y'all. Once again, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.